Yeah.
Blood supply of the kidneys. How the blood supply, we will see it now. See, kidneys need to have constant supply in order to control the composition of the blood fluids. How the filtration happens? Well, the renal artery is a branch from aorta, enters the kidney at hilum, supplies blood rich in the nitrogenous waste, oxygen, and nutrients. See, there is two things. One is to kidney you need blood supply, and through the kidneys the blood will go and it gets purified. What happens if blood is not purified? All the, like, you can take all the minerals, whatever is there, it is purified in the kidney. Like yesterday we have seen, there are the filters. Blood comes, whatever the waste is taken, it filtered by the pyramids, and then it is collected and it sent out. If you see, whatever water you take or the food you take, it will digest and it will go into the blood. And whatever the waste is there in it, it will be eliminated. This is the process. So supplies blood rich in nitrous waste, oxygen, and nutrients. Blood supply, renal vein carries purified deoxygenated blood to the inferior vena cava and then to the heart. What is that? This is purified but deoxygenated blood, which is carried to the inferior vena cava, which is present near the heart, then to the heart. Renal vein. Vein means the outcoming. Artery means the ingoing. Then you have a nephron. What is a nephron? Can you see here in the diagram? Can you see here? How many nephrons are consisted in the kidney? We'll see. It is a basic structure and function unit of the kidney. Its chief functions. What is the basic and structural unit of a human body? Is a cell. Or if it go deep, it's a mitochondria, the powerhouse of a cell. Here, if you see, it is the basic structural function unit of the kidney. So then what are its functions? To regulate the concentration of water and the soluble substance, reabsorbing what is needed and excreting the rest as urine. First one, what is there? To regulate the concentration of water and the soluble substance. What is soluble, what is unsoluble, what to eliminate, what to store. And there is one more function, that is not only filtering, it also has the function of reabsorbing. If something is needed, so it will not send out again. After filtering, it will take it and it will send back to the body. Nephrons eliminate waste from the body, regulates blood volume and blood pressure. See, we think if anything problem in the heart, then the pressure will be high. Even if there is any problem in the kidney, if nephrons are not functioning, filtration is not proper, then also blood pressure will be high. Controls levels of electrolytes and metabolics, and regulates blood pH. What is the blood pH? What is the basic blood pH?
7.
6.5 to 8.3. Okay. If you see, what does it consist? First one, these are the different parts of the nephron. What is there in the middle? Glomerulus filter small solubles from the blood. See what happens, generally blood is coming. It is the main filtering. From here, you can see the pipe-like structure. Proximal convoluted tubule reabsorbs the ions, water, and nutrients removes toxins and adjusts the filtrate pH. What's happening here? The filter is there. From here, whatever the filtered is coming to the tube. Here, the reabsorption takes place in the proximal. The third one is descending loop of Henle. What is this? Aqua porins allows water to pass from the filter into the intestinal fluid. This is descending. Next, one more is ascending is there. It is reabsorbs Na plus and Cl minus from the filtered into the intestinal fluid. See, here reabsorption is taking place. So when the reabsorption is taking place, where does it go? It will go to the intestinal fluid. From again, it takes absorption happens. The fifth one is digital tubule. See, proximal means which is far. Distal means to closer. You have like what I said, anterior, posterior, superior, inferior. In the same, you have the proximal and distal. Selectively secretes and absorbs different ions to maintain blood pH and electrolyte balance. The third one is collecting duct. What happens? Whatever the excess waste reabsorbs solution and the water from the filter. What does it do? It collects. If you see, kidney size is this much. You have millions of nephrons, and see the one size of nephrons. And with the naked eye, we cannot see a nephron. Only microscopic we have to see. In that, the small nephron is doing so many functions. So just imagine the beauty of the human body. Parts of the nephron. Bowman's capsule, like what we have seen, like glomerulus, proximal of Henle, distal, and collecting tube. Bowman's capsule is the initial nephron. Glomerulus, you have seen here. Into the Bowman's capsule. Like main filtering. Proximal tubule is continuous with the Bowman's capsule. Loop of the Henle, it consists of descending. See, loop of the Henle means it becomes narrow. Ascending means it becomes more. Collecting tube joins from the collecting tubule. Whatever is coming from one nephron is collected in the collecting tubulus. Composition of urine. 96% of urine is water. Like this is approximate. 1.5 is salt, mainly sodium chloride. Urea makes up to 2%. And about 1.5 liters urine is produced daily. So, how many liters of liquid we have to take every day? So some people say 5 liters, some people say 4 liters.
2.5.
2.5. See, a person who is on bed has to take at least 1.5 liters of liquid. I'm not talking about water, because respiration, you produces some heat there. Skin needs some lubricant. Saliva, you need a lubricant. In the digestion, you need water. Even person on bed does all this. So at least it takes 1.5 liters for these activities. So it depends. It depends on a person whether kapha or pitta, whatever the constitution they are. And according to that, you have to suggest them. We have seen the kidneys. Next one is ureters.
Abhinav, just go to the previous slide. The composition of urine is very important. Huh?
Yes.
Very important. In MCQ, they'll ask what is the consumption of water every day by average healthy person. What is how much urine is produced out of 3 liters of water. Okay. Is produced daily. and that is excreted out in the form of urine. Okay. Next.
Ureter is a tube that carries urine from the kidneys to the urinary bladder. If you see the pipe that is called as ureters, it is like it carries the urine, whatever is collected there, this carries, 1 second. In humans, there are two uterus, one attached to the each kidney. How many we have? Two. You can see in the figure. It is connected to the kidney and it's connected to the urinary bladder. The upper half of the uterus is located in the abdomen and the lower half is located in the pelvic area. The uterus is approximately 12 inches long. The tube has thick walls composed of the fibrous, a muscular, and the mucus coat, which is able to contract. So, if pressure is more, it can open up. Pressure is less, it can contract. Urinary bladder is a muscular sac in the pelvis, just above and behind the pubic bone. Where it is just above and behind the pubic bone. The bladder is about the size and shape of a pea. How much? This much. You can say this much exactly. Urine is made in the kidney and travel down to the two tubes called as uterus into the bladder. The bladder stores urine, allowing urination to be infrequent and voluntary. See, if bladder is not there, then what happens? Whatever is coming, we have to excrete out. So there will not be any control. So this is acts like a control. The bladder is lined by the layers of muscle tissues that stretch according to accommodate urine. The normal capacity is 400 to 600 ml. See, it's very small. Depending on the capacity, it will increase the size. Urethra. In both gender, urethra works
in a day. 1.5 liters of urine is excreted out, and the capacity of the bladder is how much?
400 to 600 ml.
Huh? Okay.
So in a day, we not only go for one time, right? The maximum capacity is like it accommodates 400 to 600 ml. So once you feel it is full, then you feel like urinating. See here, in both genders, the ureter works as a tube connecting to the urinary bladder to the genitals. The bladder collects and stores the urine until when it is ready to discharge through the urethra. While the function remains the same for both genders, slight difference exists due to the difference between the male and female genitals. The functionality is the same, but only because of their differentiation, the ejection, whatever the discharge will be little different. Different in the sense, just the procedure. If you see left side, it is a male, how the urethra is connected to the male genitals and how it is connected to the female genitals. I think you already know about these 5 pranas: prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. Okay.
Just overrun it. Just a revision. Yeah. Udana.
Sir, आप एक बार बोलो.
Huh?
Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. Prana is like so you know, prana governs the respiratory system. It is like nourishment. Apana is like excretory system. It is the elimination of the waste. Udana is at the throat and the whatever is there in the head. Samana is a digestion. We'll just see here. Udana, physical location, throat to the head. Functions, physical sense, mental strength, speech, Vishuddhi chakra. Prana, diaphragm to the throat. respiration, sensory perception, anahata. Samana, the navel, digestion, metabolism, nourishment. Manipura. Vyana provides entire body, circulatory system, Swadhisthana, pelvic floor to feet, Apana, elimination, birthing, menstrual, Mooladhara. Here's some extra information. 13 signs and symptoms indicating you have a kidney disease. What is this? Drowsiness, tiredness. Because when toxins is not eliminated properly, then definitely will feel little drowsiness and tiredness, twisting and cramping in the muscle, blood in the urine, failure to control high blood pressure, foam in the urine, chest pain and shortness of the breath, baggy eyes, persistent itching on dry skin, sleep problems, frequent urination, nausea, vomiting, pure appetite, swollen extremities, being in the risk group. The above signs and symptoms does not necessarily mean you have the kidney disease, but it's highly recommended that you go for the checkup if you have any of them. If you go with any signs and symptoms, you feel like we have everything. Right. If you see anything, okay, you will take, then you feel definitely you have. It is not the indication that you have the kidney disease, but if you have, it's better to go to a doctor. Effects of water on kidney disease. See, dehydration is a major source of kidney stones. What happens if you are dehydrated, not sufficient intake of water is taken, then you'll have sufficient water intake improves the kidney functionality, accelerate the cleaning of the bodies. And if you not take proper water, even it affects your whole body. Adequate water intake inhibits the release of the autodiuretic hormone that regulates the water homeostasis. ADH, when secretes in the excess amount, kicks off the kidney damage. Fluid dispersion amplifies ADH production. Adrenaline, this further advancing the kidney damage. In chronic kidney disease, experts advise drink water to maintain urine output of 3 to 4 liters. And if you see, after this, we'll see. In the end, we'll go with this. Chronic kidney disease. These are the some diseases that are mentioned technically. Metabolic syndrome. This comes under obesity. All over it's mentioned. This comes under the metabolic syndromes. Not going in depth with this. Unknown causes. See, these are the causes for the kidney disease. Polycystic kidney disease. See here, how are the kidneys? These are the kidney stones. If what happens if one stone is occurred here, then the whole passage will see here what happens if what is a stone is nothing but the chemicals. All the chemicals will form like a small stone, and then see here it structs and it will obstruct the passage so that you'll have difficulty in the urinating and you have the pain. This is glomerular nephritis. What is there? If you see normal kidney and the problem kidney, can you see the red ones here? The information has been come to the small vessels. So these are like different kinds of kidney issues. Sir, Meenan sir, just recording.